Map thematics or theming in SpatialXL allows you to create color-coded categories for your Excel data or your map layers. You can create themes for text values or for number ranges. For example, we could create a theme on our sales territory column data here, where we color every customer by territory. We could do a similar theme on the route day column, where every customer we color by day. We could also do a number range theme on our volume data, where we create number ranges and categories for our volume data. If you have already set up themes in SpatialXL, you can access them by right-clicking on your map layer, selecting Theme, and the themes that you have already set up will appear here. For example, if we select our sales territory theme, you'll see that the customers now are colored by territory, and the theme that we created was based on the sales territory column here. You can also tick layers on and off within your theme. As another example, we can switch to our route day theme, which shows the customers colored by route day. And as a last example, we'll select our volume theme. And this shows an example of the volume ranges that can be created using a numeric theme, and these can also be switched on and off. Here we can see our customers with the highest volumes on the map. And we'll now have a look at how we can set up themes from scratch in our layer. We'll firstly do an example of a text theme using the sales territory and route day columns. To create a new theme, right-click on your layer in the layer control and select Properties. In the Layer Properties box, click on the Thematics tab, and you'll see here that your default theme, which is the current theme you have displaying on your map, appears here. And to create a new theme, you'll click on the New Theme button. And then you can give your theme a name. We'll keep it the same as our column name in this case and call it Sales Territory. And you'll see we now have a second theme name appearing here, and it is in bold, which means that this is the current theme. So any changes that we do will be saved within this theme. Once you've given your theme a name, you can click on the Colors tab. And in the Color column box, you can drop down and select the column you wish to theme from the list that appears here. These are all the columns in your spreadsheet. So we can select sales territory from the list, or if you have a number of columns, you can also type the name of the column you're looking for here. All right, we are doing an example of a text theme, so we can leave this as the default. If we were doing a number range theme, we would click on this tab here. And we're then going to choose unique colors. This will then bring out all the values from our sales territory column, territories 1 to 5. And if you'd like this to be in ascending or descending order, you can click these buttons here. They're running from territory 1 to 5. SpatialXL will assign default colors for each of the values in your theme. You can change any of these colors by clicking on the color itself and selecting a new color from any of the color templates that we have available. You can also select the More Colors option to assign very specific colors for your values. You can also make use of the color palette to select colors from existing palettes that have been set up. For example, we could select the red to green palette, and by simply dragging and dropping this to your colors, it will update your values to display the colors, in this case from red to green. You can also set up your own color palettes to assign, and you can even select colors by dragging them from your screen. For more examples on this, please watch our color palette video. Once you're happy with the colors you have assigned, you can click OK. You'll now see in your layer control, your sales territory theme appears here with your customers colored by territory. We have our count of visible items on, so we can also see how many features or items we have per territory. We can tick these on and off. And if we want to make changes to any of the colors in our theme, we can simply right click, go to Theme Color, and select a new color here. If you right click your customer layer and go to your theme menu, you will now see you have two themes displaying here, your default theme and your sales territory theme that you've just set up. We'll now do another example of a theme using the root day column. So again, we'll right click on our customer layer and select Properties, click on the Thematics tab and the New Theme button, and type in the new theme name, which in this case will be Root Day, and it will add to the theme name list. We can then click on the Colors tab, and sometimes you might find your previous theme still displaying here. You can simply clear that by clicking on the Clear button. From the Color column drop-down, we can then choose Root Day as our column, and we'll leave the default as text value and select Choose Unique Colors. And again, your values will populate here with the default colors. We'll again use our color palette to choose colors for our values. We'll use the blues to reds. And for example, if we want to change any of these, let's say we'd like this to be red instead of blue, we can simply drag that there to change. Okay, we can then click OK. And you'll see that your customer layer now updates to display your new theme, which is your Root Day. And if you'd like these to be in order, you can also drag and drop them in your layer control. If you have a number of values in your theme, you can right click on a value that you want to display or isolate. And let's say take Monday as an example. Right click on Monday and select Isolate, and this will tick all the other values off and only your Monday will display. This is very useful if you have a number of categories or values in your theme. And to switch them all on again, you can right click and tick All On. And again, if we right click our customer layer and go to our Theme tab, we'll see here that we now have 3 themes that we can choose from and display. We can also use Excel filters together with our themes to display more information. For example, we can leave our Root Day theme on here and then do a filter on our Sales Territory column, for example, to only show customers in Sales Territory 4. This will update the map and only display the customers in Sales Territory 4, and will still display the days of the week, the root day here. And this will now update as well your visible items to show a count of only the customers in the days for Sales Territory 4. And this can also be used to pick up any possible errors in your data, for example, some customers here outside of Territory 4. We'll now do an example of a theme using number ranges, and we'll use our sales volume data in our spreadsheet for this. Number range themes can be created on any column that has numeric data. So again, we'll right click on our customer layer and select Properties. Click on the Thematics tab and click the New Theme button to set up the theme. We'll then click on the Colors tab and select the color column from the drop-down list, which will be Volume. And because this is a number range theme, we'll now click on the tab Color based on number ranges, and we'll just fill in a couple of settings here. Firstly, for the map type, we can choose between linear and step. Linear creates color ranges for each of your intervals, and this is normally used in mining applications. For our example, we'll change it to step, and this will provide us with a unique color for each of our intervals. You can choose here how many values or categories you would like for your theme. We'll leave the default as 5. And then you can choose either an autofill or a best fill for your data. The autofill divides your data range into fairly equal intervals. So if we click that, it will create intervals for your data. And the best fill divides your data range into intervals that are more data specific and based on more natural groupings in your data. You can also add your own values or create your own ranges here by simply overwriting the numbers. So we'll put in some numbers here that we want to set up for our theme. And again, we can choose our own unique colors here, or we can make use of the color palette to select a template. We'll use the reds, for example. And if you would like these colors to be flipped so that the darker colors represent the higher values, you can click on the flip colors here. Once you have set up your theme, you can then click OK. And you'll see that our map updates to display our customers by our volume theme. And again, if we only wanted to see our customers in the highest volume range, we could tick the others off. And there they'll display on the map. To make any changes to any of the existing themes you've created, you can go into your Layer Properties box, select the Thematics tab, and in the theme name list you can select the theme here and make the theme that you want to change current. To do this, simply click on the theme. For example, we'll select our Root Day theme and then click Make Current. You'll see the Root Day theme is now bold and also appears here as the current theme. This means that any changes that we make will be saved within this Root Day theme. And if we click on our Colors tab, you'll see the Root Day theme appearing here, and we can make any changes as needed. You can also change the order of the themes here by dragging and dropping them up and down. And you can delete any of these themes by right-clicking and selecting Delete. We can also change the name of our current theme here by simply typing over it. So we'll change Root Day to Roots, for example. And if you want to change the theme name of another theme, you'll just first make sure that this theme is current. So if we wanted to change sales territories as well, we'd first select it and click Make Current. And once it's bold, we can then change the name here as well.